The significance of experienced mothers nurturing new mothers cannot be underestimated. I believe that more than the wheel, fire, water purification, and antibiotics, it is responsible for the survival of the human species. My beloved only sister, Laura, bore and nurtured 4 children in their early years in Peru. She did not have access to professional lactation consultants, high-tech nursery monitors, baby food and squeeze tubes, or the internet. But she was sharp as a tack and stubbornly determined. Most importantly, she was surrounded by Earth mothers who offered guidance and support in her early journey as a mother. Against all odds, Laura and I were both temporarily residing in our hometown, Fargo, North Dakota, when I gave birth to my son. I was in a state of utter bewilderment. I felt as if I had gone through some kind of freaky, out-of-body experience and was now living in an alien world coupled with a strange and fragile creature. What was I supposed to do with him? Then Laura walked into my hospital room. I watched her greet my baby, take him into her arms, lovingly relate to him with ease and instant affinity. Everything felt a little less freaky. My fears dissipated. She began to infuse me with her maternal joy and confidence. The first day I got out my state-of-the-art breast pump and was struggling mightily, she came over and showed me how she used to pump breast milk using a china teacup. She was the kind of mother who always came up with no-nonsense solutions to mothering challenges, and she reared her children with a kind of benign neglect that helped to make them bold and resourceful. Laura modeled the art of mothering for me. She also occasionally offered advice, sometimes profound, sometimes a little unconventional. You can get a lot more mileage out of that diaper. He's got some kind of goop in his eye. Well, sissy sweet, you got mama's miracle juice. Just squirt a little breast milk in there to flush it out. Just go ahead and let him gorge on all the Halloween candy he wants. You'll get it out of the house faster. 4 years after my son was born, I gave birth to my daughter. The first year of her life was extraordinary because it was also the last year of my sister's life. Laura died from cancer at the age of 39. She left behind her husband and 4 children, a 15-year-old daughter, and 3 sons, ages 13, 9, and 7. The loss was excruciating for all who knew and loved her. Following her death, more than ever, I wanted to be an auntie actively involved in the lives of my niece and nephews, especially my niece Natalia, a young motherless daughter. We did, in fact, enjoy a special closeness, and as the years passed, she grew into an amazing young woman with values and ambitions quite reflective of her mother's. Natalia was approaching the age of 30, living and working in public health in sub-Saharan Africa, when she found herself unexpectedly pregnant. Although unmarried and in a geographic location and point in her life when a baby wasn't part of her plans, she was thrilled with the prospect of having a baby and becoming a mother. When she called me with the news, my first thoughts were, no, this is impossible. Your mother's not here. You can't have a baby. Who will show you the path? Although I certainly couldn't fill her mother's shoes, I was as close as Natalia was going to get. I had a role to play, and I was deeply humbled. All of our grief over Laura's death resurfaced. Natalia missed her mother fiercely. I fashioned a rubber bracelet I wore mentally that said, WWLD, what would Laura do? While I wasn't in Zambia for the birth, I arrived there within 3 weeks. I took that baby in my arms. The baby whose DNA was held in my sister's body. Instant affinity. I felt like I would spontaneously start lactating again. The time I spent with Natalia and her baby boy was precious beyond measure. It was clear that Natalia had her mother's rock-solid maternal instincts, and she was immensely grateful for my practical and emotional support, most of all, my presence. We talked about Laura and Natalia's early years with her. I felt as if I was channeling my sister as I tried to remember anything and everything I had ever seen her say or do about the art of mothering. I held that baby close and whispered in his ear the name of the grandmother he would never know. That precious child is now 16 months old, and I lay prostrate at the feet of cellular technology and the internet. Natalia and I engage in more screen time than Laura would ever have approved. Hardly a day goes by without the exchange of photos and texts. I often wake up in the morning and find messages on my phone like, "I'm nothing more than a milk machine." "He's slobbering like a pig. Could he be teething already?" "My sweet baby has been replaced by a monster." "I guess I don't want to go to the bathroom alone anymore. Thanks, son." And once, "He's got some kind of goop in his eye." And of course, I replied, "Natalia, you've got Mama's miracle juice. Just squirt a little breast milk in there to flush it out."